Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that impacts every one of us, sleep. Whether you're someone who struggles to fall asleep, wake up in the middle of the night, or just don't feel refreshed when the alarm goes off, sleep is a common challenge. But here's the kicker. Good sleep doesn't just happen by accident. It's something you can improve with the right strategies, and it's probably easier than you think. Stick around because I'm about to share some effective sleep strategies that have worked wonders for me, and they might just be the key to helping you get the best sleep ever. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue sharing health tips that help you thrive. Let's be honest, we've all had those nights when you're lying there, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your mind won't stop racing. It's 2 a.m., and all you can think about is how tired you're going to feel the next day. Sounds familiar? You're not alone. Sleep problems are incredibly common, and they can affect more than just how we feel the next morning. Sleep is crucial for everything from brain function to emotional well being and even how your body processes food. It's no wonder poor sleep can leave you feeling off in so many areas of your life. The thing is, when we talk about sleep problems, it's not just one issue. For some of us, it's falling asleep that's the challenge. For others, it's staying asleep or getting back to sleep after waking up in the middle of the night. And for many, even if we technically get enough hours, the quality of sleep isn't great. We wake up feeling groggy, not rested, and definitely not ready to tackle the day. So, how do we fix this? The answer lies in sleep hygiene. And no, I'm not just talking about brushing your teeth before bed, though that's important too. Sleep hygiene is about creating the right conditions for your body and mind to relax, unwind, and drift into restful, uninterrupted sleep. One of the biggest factors affecting sleep quality is our modern lifestyle. Let's talk about screen time for a second. How many of us have the habit of scrolling down through our phones right before bed? Whether it's social media, news, or binging one more episode of that show, we're constantly exposing ourselves to the blue light from our screens. Here's why that matters. Blue light signals to your brain that it's still daytime and it messes with your body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. So, one of the most effective sleep strategies that I have found is to limit screen time before bed. I know, it sounds easier said than done, but hear me out. Try giving yourself at least 30 minutes of screen free time before bed. If you can stretch it to an hour, even better. Use this time to do something that helps your brain wind down, like reading a book, journaling, or practicing some light stretches. Personally, I love dimming the lights, making a cup of herbal tea, and just letting my mind decompress from the day. It's amazing how much of this one small change can make a difference in how quickly I fall asleep and how deeply I rest. Now, let's talk about routine. You've probably heard people say that sticking to a consistent sleep schedule is important, but it's worth repeating because this is one of those habits that can truly reset your body's internal clock. Our bodies crave routine, especially when it comes to sleep. By going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, yes, even on weekends, you help regulate your circadian rhythm, which is basically your body's natural 24-hour clock. This rhythm influences everything from your hormone production to your digestion and, most importantly, your sleep wake cycle. When you're constantly shifting your bedtime, it's like throwing your body off balance. One night you are going to bed at 10 p.m., the next at 1 a.m., then trying to get up early for work. Your body doesn't know what to expect, so it can settle into a good rhythm. One of the most effective things I did to improve my sleep was to pick a bedtime and stick to it, even on weekends. Yes, it was hard at first because, let's be real, who doesn't want to sleep in on a Saturday? But once I got into the habit, I noticed a huge difference. I started waking up naturally without an alarm, feeling way more rested. It's all about giving your body consistency, and over time, it will thank you for it. Another key part of great sleep is your sleep environment. This one is big, and I can't stress it enough. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep. If your room is cluttered, brighty, or noisy, it's going to be much harder for your brain to switch into rest mode. Start by making your bedroom as dark as possible. Use blackout curtains, and if you can block out all the light, try a sleep mask. Even small sources of light, like street lights, outside, or the glow from electronics, can interfere with your body's ability to produce melatonin. Speaking of electronics, let's talk about phones in the bedroom. I get it. Many of us use our phones as alarm clocks, and we are tempted to check emails or texts when we wake up in the middle of the night. But having your phone within reach can be one of the biggest sleep disruptors. Here's a game-changing tip. Keep your phone out of the bedroom or at least far enough away that you can't grab it without getting out of bed. If you rely on it for an alarm, you can always switch to a simple alarm clock that doesn't tempt you with notifications. Temperature is another factor that has a huge impact on sleep. I'm sure you've noticed how hard it is to fall asleep when you're too hot or too cold. The ideal temperature for sleep is usually between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That is between 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. When you sleep, your body's temperature naturally drops, so having a cooler room helps your body reach the ideal sleep temperature faster. If you tend to run cold, layer up with blankets instead of cranking up the heat. It's all about creating an environment that allows your body to relax and unwind. Now, let's switch gears for a moment and talk about something that often goes overlooked. What you do during the day. The quality of your sleep is directly influenced by your daytime habits. One of the best things you can do to set yourself for a good night's sleep is to get plenty of natural light during the day, especially in the morning. Sunlight is a powerful regulator of your circadian rhythm. When you expose yourself to bright, natural light in the morning, you signal to your body that it's time to wake up, and it helps you feel more alert during the day. In turn, this makes it easier to wind down when evening rolls down. Exercise is another important factor. Physical activity not only helps tire your body out, but it also makes it easier to fall asleep and also reduces stress and anxiety. Two major culprits when it comes to sleep problems. Just make sure you are not working out too close to bedtime because that can have the opposite effect. When you exercise, your heart rate and body temperature goes up, and if that happens too close to when you're trying to sleep, it can keep you awake. I found that working out earlier in the day, whether it's a walk, yoga, or gym session, helps me sleep more soundly at night. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest sleep disruptors, stress. Have you ever been so tired, yet the second your head hits the pillow, your mind starts racing with a million thoughts? It's frustrating, right? That's because when we are stressed or anxious, our body produces cortisol, the stress hormone which keeps us in a state of alertness. Learning how to manage stress during the day can have a huge impact on our ability to fall asleep at night. One of the biggest strategies I have found for managing stress before bed is deep breathing. It sounds simple, but it works. When you take slow, deep breaths, you activate your body's relaxation response, which helps lower your temperature rate and calm your mind. Here's a technique I love. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 4, and then exhale for 4. Repeat this a few times and you'll notice your body starting to relax. It's one of those things that seems almost too simple to work, but it's incredibly effective. Another powerful tool for stress management is gratitude journaling. Before bed, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. It doesn't have to be anything huge, just small moments that made you smile or brought you joy. This practice shifts your focus away from what's stressing you out and onto the positive things in your life. It's a great way to end the day on a peaceful, positive note, which makes it easier for your mind to relax and drift into sleep. Finally, let's not forget about what you eat and drink before bed. Caffeine is a big no-no in the evening, even if you think you can handle it. Caffeine stays in your system for hours, so that afternoon coffee could be sabotaging your sleep. The same goes for alcohol. While a nightcap might make you feel drowsy, it can actually disrupt your sleep cycle and prevent you from getting this deep, restorative sleep your body needs. Instead of reaching for caffeine or alcohol, try a calming tea like chamomile or peppermint. These herbal teas have soothing properties that can help you unwind and prepare your body for sleep. A warm cup of chamomile tea about an hour before bed has become part of my evening routine. And it's amazing how calming it can be. Not only does it help signal to your body that it's time to wind down, but the ritual of making tea itself can be a peaceful moment to slow down before you head to bed. Speaking of rituals, that brings me to the idea of creating a bedtime routine. Just like how kids benefit from a bedtime routine to settle down, adults do too. Though we often forget this, your body loves consistency, and a soothing evening routine can be incredibly effective in signaling to your brain that it's time to transition from wakefulness to sleep. A good routine doesn't need to be long or complicated. It could be as simple as dimming the lights in your home an hour before bed, slipping into something comfortable, maybe doing some gentle stretching or practicing mindfulness meditation. The idea is to create a rhythm that your body starts to recognize. When you repeat the same relaxing activities each night, your brain begins to associate these actions with rest and sleep, making it easier for you to drift off when your head hits the pillow. Let's talk about mindfulness meditation for a moment. I know it might sound like the latest wellness trend, but here's the real science behind its benefits. Mindfulness before bed can help clear your mind of the endless chatter that keeps you awake. It allows you to focus on the present moment, letting go of the stresses of the day and an anxiety about tomorrow. By concentrating on your breath, your body, or even a simple mantra, you train your brain to relax. Just a few minutes of mindfulness can calm your nervous system, lowering stress hormones and making it much easier to sleep deeply. If you've never tried it, it's worth a shot. Start with 5 minutes of focused breathing and see how it helps. Of course, if meditation isn't your thing, even practicing progressive muscle relaxation can be incredibly helpful. This is another technique that helps your body to unwind by focusing on each muscle group, tensing them for a moment, then releasing as you go through your body from your toes all the way up to your head. You'll feel your muscles relax and you'll become more aware of the tension you've been holding on to throughout the day. The conscious relaxation is a fantastic way to prepare your body for sleep. We've covered a lot of ground, but here's something you might not have thought about when it comes to getting the best sleep ever. Laughter. Yep, you heard that right. Laughter can actually improve your sleep. How, you ask? Well, when you laugh, Your body releases the feel-good hormones like endorphins and reduces the levels of stress hormones such as cortisol. This puts your body in a relaxed state, which is conducive to better sleep. I'm not saying you need to watch a stand-up comedy, especially right before bed, but finding ways to inject humor into your day can lead to lower stress, which ultimately leads to better rest. Here's a curious tip that might surprise you. If you have a pet, cuddling with them before bed can be beneficial for sleep. Studies have shown that spending time with animals, especially petting or cuddling, can reduce stress and release oxytocin levels, which promotes feelings of relaxation and calm. Now, I know not everyone is a fan of having pets in the bed, but spending some quality time with your furry friend before bedtime could help ease into a peaceful sleep. Lastly, let's not forget about the importance of gratitude. It's one of the most underrated sleep aids out there. Practicing gratitude has been shown to increase feelings of happiness, reduce stress, and improve overall well being, which all contribute to better sleep. If you're lying in bed with your mind racing, try reflecting on a few things you're thankful for. This simple practice can help shift your focus from worries or anxiety to something positive and grounding. It's amazing how such a small mental shift can have a big impact on how relaxed and ready for sleep you are. So, to recap, there are so many small yet impactful ways to improve your sleep, from limiting screen time and maintaining a consistent routine to creating a restful environment and practicing mindfulness or relaxation techniques. Sleep isn't just about getting enough hours, it's about getting quality sleep that restores and recharges your body and mind. And the best part, these strategies are simple and can be incorporated in your life gradually. You don't need to overhaul your entire evening routine overnight. Start with one or two changes and build from there. Before you know it, you will be experiencing the deep, restful sleep you've been dreaming of. Remember, sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It impacts everything from your mood to your physical health to how productive and focused you are during the day. So, if you've been struggling with sleep, give some of these strategies a try and see how they work for you. It's amazing how a few small changes can make such a big difference in the quality of your sleep and ultimately your overall well being. Now, here's a final fascinating sleep tip that not many people know. The way you sleep can affect your body's ability to detoxify. Our brains have a drainage system known as the lymphatic system, which works to remove toxins and waste products while we sleep. Research suggests that this system is most active when we sleep on our side. So, if you tend to sleep on your back or stomach, try switching to a side sleeping position to support your brain's natural detox process. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with someone who could use a little extra inspiration on their health journey. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these strategies help you get the best sleep ever and wake you feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. Keep thriving, take care of yourself, and remember, sleep well, live well.